Hello everyone. In Unit 4, Lasers and Fiber Optics, we will discuss acceptance angle and numerical aperture derivation for the fiber optics. So numerical aperture, it can be defined as light gathering capacity or light collecting capacity of an optical fiber is called numerical aperture. It depends upon two factors, the diameter of the core and the numerical aperture here. So numerical aperture is also defined as sine of the acceptance angle. That is, numerical aperture is equal to sine of acceptance angle is equal to root of n1 square minus n2 square, where n1, n2 are the refractive index of the core and the cladding here. So the efficiency of the optical fiber is expressed in terms of Na here. So the next term is acceptance angle. So when a light ray enters into the optical fiber, then all the light ray will not undergo the TIR condition here. Only those light rays which are making, that is, theta is greater than theta c, that is, angle of incidence is greater than the critical angle at the core cladding interface, then total internal reflection takes place. That is, the angle of incidence and the angle of refraction is greater than the 90 degrees, then TIR condition will take place. Then only those rays will enter into the optical fiber and undergo TIR condition. So thereby we can define acceptance angle as the maximum angle of incidence to the axis of optical fiber at which light ray enter the fiber so that it can be propagated through TIR condition. That is called acceptance angle. Now this is the expression for the acceptance angle and numerical aperture here. So now let us take the center part is the core here. So this is the core part having the refractive index N1, and let us take this is the outer part, the next layer called cladding with the refractive index N2 here. And the out air is called refractive index, N0 is the refractive index of the air. So we are taking 3 refractive index, N0 refractive index of the air, N1 refractive index of the core, N2 refractive index of the cladding here. So now let us take with some angle of incidence the light ray enter into optical fiber and it get reflected. If you see here, if the light ray enter into optical fiber and undergo TIR condition, then only that angle is called acceptance angle here. So if you take this acceptance angle, by rotating it to 180 degrees, we will get an acceptance cone here. That is, within this acceptance cone only, the light ray will enter into the optical fiber and undergo TIR condition. If it is other than this acceptance angle, then see this is the case here. The light ray enter into the optical fiber and comes out of the cladding here. So this is the minimum condition here, that is within this acceptance cone only the light ray should enter into the optical fiber and undergo TIR condition here for the light propagation. So if you see the derivation, now we will apply the Snell's law at the two parts here. One is here at part 1 and the other one is here is at part 2 here. Let us say point A and point B. Now let us say at point A we will apply the Snell's law. According to Snell's law, n1 sin theta 1 is equal to n2 sin theta 2. Now n1 is nothing but here refractive index of the air. So n0 is the refractive index of the air. So n0 sin theta 1 is the angle of incidence is equal to n1 sin theta 2 is the angle of refraction here. So angle of incidence here, angle of refraction. n0 sin theta 1 is equal to n1 sin theta 2. So we will get one equation here. Now next condition at B, at point B we will apply again the Snell's law. So if you see here, n1 is the refractive index of the core. So n1 sin 90 minus theta 2 you are taking. Let us take here is not theta c. Theta 2 is the angle of incidence at the core cladding interface. If you take this one as a normal here, then see this figure, it can be 90. This can be 90. So this will be 90 minus theta 2. This is theta 2. 90 minus theta 2 will be the angle of incidence at the core cladding interface. Then it will get reflected along the critical angle, that is at 90 degrees here. So n1 sin 90 minus theta 2 will be equal to n2 sin 90, that is along the critical angle. So 90 minus theta 2 is nothing but cos. So n1 cos theta 2 is equal to n2, or we'll just modify it as cos theta 2 is equal to n2 by n1. Now we will just substitute this 2 in 1. So according to this, we will remodify this n0 sin theta 1 as 1 minus cos square theta 2 here, such that we can substitute the cos theta of n2 by n1 in this equation number 3 here. So we'll substitute this 2 value in the 3, then we will get it as this n0 sin theta 1 is equal to n1 root of 1 minus n2 square by n1 square. Just rearranging the terms and all. Finally, we will get it as sin theta 1 is equal to root of n1 square minus n2 square when refractive index of air is equal to 1. Now for this condition, when refractive index of air is equal to 1, then sin theta 1 is equal to root of n1 square minus n2 square, where theta 1 is nothing but your acceptance angle, the maximum angle through which the light ray enter into the optical fiber and undergo the TIR condition, that is called acceptance angle. So theta 1 is equal to theta A is equal to the sine inverse of root of n1 square minus n2 square, that is the difference between the refracting index of the core and cladding here. So where theta is called acceptance angle here. So numerical aperture is equal to sine of acceptance angle is equal to root of n1 square minus n2 square. This is the relation between the acceptance angle and numerical aperture. So Na will be equal to sine theta 1 is equal to root of n1 square minus n2 square. Now we'll go to the definition of numerical aperture, which is defined as light gathering capacity or light collecting capacity here. Okay, so we have seen here how much of light can be collected by the optical fiber. We can know by the term numerical aperture, which is directly proportional to the sine of acceptance angle, where sine of acceptance angle is equal to root of n1 square minus n2 square here. So root of n1 square minus n2 square can be written as n1 minus n2 or n1 plus n2, we know. So now from here we will define one more term called a fractional index. Fractional index, which is defined as difference between the refractive index of core and cladding to the denominator refractive index of the core here. So just arranging the terms, delta n1 is equal to n1 minus n2. We'll substitute this value again in the equation number 1. We get the following equation. Now let us take n1 is equal to n2, that is then we'll get 2n1. So numerical aperture is equal to n1 root of 2 delta. Now this is the relation between the numerical aperture and fractional index, that is Na is equal to n1 refractive index of the core into root of 2 into delta, where delta is your fractional index. And this is the relation between the numerical aperture and acceptance angle, that is Na is equal to sine of acceptance angle is equal to root of n1 square minus n2 square. Thank you.